Football, the beautiful game. Played for hundreds of years, in countless different ways, from Moldova to Madrid, in Lisbon, and
in London, the city in Europe with the most football teams and second only worldwide to Buenos Aires, Argentina. England's capital hosts 6 Premier League football teams with countless other clubs scattered through England's professional, semi-professional and amateur leagues.
This is London. London has a lot of football teams. Too many for me to count. So I'm only focusing on the top 2 divisions of English football. So that is Arsenal, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham, Brentford, Millwall and Queen's Park Rangers, making up London's football teams. Some of the games between these London clubs create some of the most unbelievable atmospheres in the game, unforgettable results, amazing stories. So my question here today is, what creates the ferocity between these clubs? Who hates who and why do they hate them? Welcome to a brief history of London derbies. So, I decided to start my journey at Queen's Park Rangers, or QPR for short, one of London's slightly more central clubs, and I went to go ask fan Amy what her opinion on other London clubs was. I'm here in West London at QPR's Loftus Road Stadium against their game against fellow London team Brentford. I talked to a Queen's Park Rangers fan earlier and they told me that they hate Chelsea the most, Fulham's their main rival, and they also are rivals of Brentford. So clearly this is a club that hates a lot of different people. It is clearly not a normal fixture, as there's been a definite police presence with police horses, people being taken aside. I even got asked to stop filming. Even though they may not hate each other as much as the QPR hate some other clubs, this game definitely has a lot more at stake than usual. How long have you been a QPR fan?
Since I was little. I was born here, grew up here, my whole family supports, so I fucking hate Chelsea. The thing about Chelsea, they've got all this money now and they like to think they're this big London club, but the thing is they're just a normal club like the rest of us. Well, I'd say most QPR fans would say Fulham's our biggest rival. Just personally, I really dislike Chelsea.
That's our first connection. QPR fans said QPR's biggest rival was Fulham and she hated Chelsea personally. So that's 2 new links. So I thought I'd go off to find a Fulham fan I know to see his thoughts on rivalry. Okay, so I'm here with
Charlie Nicholas.
And you support
Fulham.
What club would you say that you hated the most?
It's probably Brentford at the moment. Yeah. Just having been in the Championship, they've tried to force a rivalry with us.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they were a club until we got relegated.
So, would you say that's your main rival?
I don't think it is. I'd say either Chelsea or QPR. I say probably to me our biggest rival is QPR. Yeah, Chelsea and Brentford just because location as well, obviously being so close to them. QPR and Brentford, you see them on the fixture list and you know you want to go to their place and win. Obviously that's been the case recently sometimes, but no, you certainly want to get the bragging rights home.
After talking with fans from QPR and Fulham, it's becoming more clear that geography causes rivalry. Every team either person said was a rival of their club is one of the closest clubs to them in London. Now I'm off to Chelsea to see if this trend will continue. I'm here at Chelsea's Stamford Bridge Stadium ahead of their Premier League fixture against Everton. When I went to Queen's Park Rangers, one QPR fan told me that the club they hated the most was Chelsea, and I came here to find out if the feeling was at all mutual. After talking to Chelsea fan Nick, it seems it's actually far from it. How long have you supported Chelsea?
15 years.
And why did you support Chelsea?
Well, my dad started supporting them in 1970 because of the FA Cup final between Leeds and Chelsea. Everyone around him supported Leeds. He thought, okay, I'm going to be different, support Chelsea, and ever since then, support Chelsea.
What would you consider your main rival? Who do you hate the most?
Spurs. Every single match, there's at least one chant about we hate Tottenham. And that's all I know. All I know is just that Chelsea.
So would you say that it's a unanimous opinion? Everyone hates Spurs more than anyone else?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Would you say that you had any secondary rivals?
As a personal, in my personal opinion, I'm not a big fan of United.
Yeah.
Mainly just because in London, none of the United fans I know have any real reason to support United, but they always just give it large, so I just hate it for that.
So glory hunting, you think is quite a problem in football?
Yeah, I do actually. I would say support local.
Yeah.
And, it's important to support your local club.
Surprisingly, though not being as close geographically as other rivalries, Chelsea seem to hate Tottenham. So I decided to interview some Tottenham fans. I met with two of them here in a pub along with an Arsenal fan, so I thought I'd ask them all their thoughts on rivalry.
Yeah, I'll support Tottenham because it's always been my family. My grand supported Tottenham. My dad was brought up in Tottenham. Mum and dad were brought up in Tottenham, so it's always been that. It's always been Tottenham for me. All my life for me. Well, since I was old enough to know what it was. But yeah, I've always supported them. Yeah, it's always been Tottenham for me. You've been Tottenham, haven't you, always?
Yeah, about 40 years.
40 years of Tottenham. It's Arsenal. Arsenal is the club I hate the most. We just don't like them. They're just different. There's something wrong with them, you know. And the people are different. You know, it's not just the team. The Arsenal supporters are different. You know.
It's it's just a different part of London.
It's just wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, you sort of were given this by your parents, your grandparents, that they didn't like Arsenal, and it got passed down.
I don't like Chelsea. I really don't like Chelsea. In London, it's Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal. Sorry, are the two really, but mainly Arsenal and Chelsea. Yeah, for me.
Yeah,
what about you?
Chelsea, yeah, I don't like Chelsea. There's something about even the name Chelsea just doesn't sound right. It hasn't been passed down like Spurs should.
During my interview, I found that whilst Chelsea's hatred of Tottenham was definitely reciprocated, it was nothing like Tottenham's hatred of Arsenal. So I decided to flip the table and ask the Arsenal fan at the pub what they thought of Tottenham and other rivals.
I support Arsenal Football Club. I've supported Arsenal all my life. My parents all support Arsenal. Brought up watching them. I cannot stand Spurs. Absolutely hate Spurs. With a passion.
Would you consider them your main rival
They
then?
are, without a doubt.
Is that opinion pretty unanimous? You think Arsenal fans all hate Spurs?
Every Arsenal fan hates Spurs. A close second would be Manchester United as our rivals.
So not London team?
No, because we're the best in London. There's no point. We don't need to have another rival.
So even when you're not rivals, does a London derby raise a stake?
Definitely, yeah.
But even like a fixture against Crystal Palace or Fulham?
Yeah, but Arsenal haven't really got a rival with another London team. Not really, because we're way ahead of everyone else. That rival isn't as deep.
The Arsenal fan clearly very confident. Seems that Arsenal hate Tottenham just as much as Tottenham hate Arsenal, and judging just off the interviews I've done here, probably the most passionate rivalry between two clubs I've talked about in London. That's taken me to a bit of a dead end, with all the clubs I've interviewed saying they're rivals that have been mapped out, and I've gone and asked their rivals. Obviously I wouldn't ask Man United, as the Arsenal fans said it was their rival because they're not in London. So you might ask me, what about the furthest east clubs? West Ham and Millwall hate each other and not anybody else really, and I've chosen not to go to those because violence really. It's not the most pleasant rivalry. And Palace's main rival is Brighton, which is a very long story, but again isn't in London, so I've not included it here. So according to my interviews and my research, this is the finished rivalry map of London. This is who hates who, and we know why. Thank you for watching a brief history of London derbies.